Seen a couple other people make gift idea videos, and I thought it was a great idea, so I'm going to steal that idea and do my own here. So what I did is I just went through a bunch of my stuff and grabbed out anything I thought might be pretty cheap and a great gift idea. Stuff that I sure wouldn't mind getting as a gift. Not that I guess I need it because I've got most of it here. But I'm going to just kind of dig through it. Most of the stuff here, like I say, should be either stuff somebody might not already have, or something that even if they have it, they might not be upset to get a second. And a lot of it's obviously guy related, safety related, tool related, but let's dig in. I guess I'm playing with here a couple of battery packs that are from Tools Aviation, and just go to toolsaviation.com to get them. And there's other places that have them though, and you can get them in different colors. Basically all they are is hard plastic containers for AA batteries or whatever size batteries the person you're buying gifts for happens to use. We go through a lot of batteries, so having these really are useful, and they keep them so that you don't get lost and they're not just at the bottom of a bag. They're not real expensive, and since we're talking about batteries, I'd highly recommend these Energizer Ultimate Lithiums. We don't get paid by Energizer or anything, but we're having real good luck with these in our cameras lately. We used to really burn through batteries, and we're not doing so bad with these anymore. And now's the time to buy them. I usually buy them for $2.50 a battery, and now they're down to $2, and that's a significant savings, really. I guess next, going around the table here, just some Victorinox Swiss Army knives. And I'm not going to suggest one particular one is a good deal or not, but keep them in mind, because anybody who's got one would probably not mind having a second, and anybody who doesn't have one, really might find it very useful to have a nice size, nothing huge, but a couple of blades and a scissors and a file. Having that handy really does help a lot. Next up is something more practical, but something that's fairly cheap. These rape whistles or signal whistles I get at a dollar store. So if you got a dollar store in your area, check them out. These came with one of these cheap carabiners for $1. So really this costs like 50 cents or something. But you can get them in different colors, and it's just a one piece of aluminum, fairly loud. So it makes a great signal whistle, and everyone really could find the use for something like this on their keychain, just if they're trying to signal someone across the parking lot, or of course in a dangerous or a survival type of situation. It could be real handy. A little bit fancier one is this one from Ultimate Survival Technologies. So if you are buying for a guy who might be outfitting a survival kit or a fishing kit or a hunting kit, checking these out. Again, they're probably under 15 bucks. I think they're around 10 bucks, but I'll make notes if I can find them. Working my way around here. These are some Grimlocs, they're called, and we'll have notes in the side there, but it's just a fancier version of one of these cheap carabiners. They can handle a certain amount of weight, but they're just a little fancier version, and they work with a lot of the gear people use these days. You can get them in different colors, and I've seen them on a couple of different websites down to about $2 a pop, which is a fairly good price for them. So if you see them around $2 each, that's a fairly decent price. Working our way around still. I'm gonna throw this out. This is about $100. I guess it's probably the most expensive thing on the table, and this is by no means the one I'm suggesting. It's just a phone. It just happens to be one with a keypad. This one is turned off right now because it's our backup telephone. This cost $100, and the service plan lasts for a year, and you have a certain amount of minutes, and I don't honestly remember what the minutes are, but you can find packages like this, and that's what I'm recommending. Getting someone an emergency phone. These days having a phone is great, but if it's not charged up when you need it, or you're out of minutes, or whatever things might happen, you're out of range, having a phone like this one is a national chain that should be fairly good coverage, and I'm having real good luck with this particular one as far as charging it up and then just carrying it around with me turned off, and then just checking it every month or so to make sure there's still battery, and there is. So basically it's just an emergency telephone that lets me do more than just call 911. I can actually make phone calls with it. And it's actually helped us on some travel where our regular cell phones didn't work, and we didn't realize they wouldn't. We thought they would, but the backup one, we didn't have to go to the store and buy one. It was already charged up, ready to go, and whatnot. So I recommend getting some kind of an emergency phone if it's in your budget. I guess I'll work down to this tripod I keep touching. This is one we just got recently from the Radio Shack, and it's just a nice little table-size tripod for cameras, digital cameras and camcorders and whatnot. Offers a real nice swivel head. We've done a review on most of this gear, including this little tripod, and but it extends out to like 4 feet tall, so really handy to have, and it fits in a small bag. So if someone's doing any kind of videos or photography or taking a trip, recommend this one. It's only $15 or something, possibly less if you get a coupon. Coming around the table here more, we've got a couple of Leatherman tools. These ones are these are the micras, which are scissors. They're spring action, so they open on their own. They've got a variety of tools in the handle, like most multi-tools. This one has a green plastic sort of trim. This is the more sleek one without any trim. And you can see there's all these different tools in the handle, so it offers you a blade and a file and a tweezer, and then of course a fairly decent pair of scissors. So it's a handy little tool for anybody, really. Something you could leave in a glove box, something you could have in a travel, like in a suitcase for when you go traveling, so that you've got some simple tools, something to keep in a drawer on the shelf in case of an emergency, just something that you know where you can grab it. Another one from Leatherman is the Squirt series, and they've got pliers and scissors. This one happens to be wire cutters, but again, not real expensive, very well built tools for the money. So I'd suggest anything from Leatherman, but any of the US made companies, SOG, Gerber, are going to offer small multi-tools. And again, if someone's got one, having 2 of them isn't a bad thing. If someone doesn't have them, it might turn them on to being more prepared when they're going around, because it's a very lightweight way to keep a variety of tools. On that same thread, having these are from a place called Swiss-Tek, and they call it a Utili-Key. And I've seen these as low as $4. I think at Radio Shack even they had some on sale last time I was there. And we don't get paid by Radio Shack or anything, let's just happen to see them there. I think I've seen them at Target for $4 as well. And it's just a variety of little tools for poking and prying. There's a bit of a blade on it. I believe you can get a version without a blade for air travel. It's just got some fine screwdrivers and a way to pick and cut and file things in the size of a key, and it would just fit on a key ring. And again, for $5, it's something that you could get a couple of people. It's a nice little gift. Working our way through on the knife theme. See, I don't have a lot of knives out here. Of course, that can be sometimes a personal type of thing. Some guys don't like having knives bought for them. I personally haven't really received any knives as gifts that I've ever really appreciated. It's sort of, I don't know, like buying someone a car. You know, you can buy them a car that a lot of people are going to like, but people have their own preferences. So buying a knife is something I think I'd rather buy on my own. Some of these accessories, though, are a little less personal. So in any case, shying away from the knives, I'm going to go towards a knife accessory, and this happens to be a little Benchmade knife sharpener, and it's a great little carbide steel sharpener. It's a draw-through type, so you would use you would just pull the blade through. Now these will work on kitchen knives, pocket knives, hunting knives, pretty much anything. So not expensive, very well made. If the person that you're buying it for is a fan of Benchmade, you know, it's giving them something from the company that's very well made, and it'll keep their knives working well. Along the same lines, a little cheaper version, just a little different type of sharpener, offers the carbide blades and the ceramic type sharpener, and this one's from Lansky, and you can even get these, I think, at like Walmart and places like that, and these are more like $10–15. A little bigger, little, you know, they're plastic instead of aluminum, but same kind of concept, you know, keep your tools sharp, and it's something that somebody might not necessarily remember to buy for themselves. Next up is these little carabiners. They've got an LED light in them. I'm pushing a little button here, and there's 2 different brightnesses, and then a signal strobe. Well, more of a signal flasher. It's not really as fast as a strobe, but it's a carabiner that works for cinching up, you know, using as a zipper pull, or for cinching a hood or something like that, or putting on a bag to cinch up a pouch. And it offers this LED light option, and I've used it as a zipper pull, and we've used them as zipper pulls on jackets, on bags. You know, on a bag, it allows you quick access to see what's in the pocket of the bag or what's in the main pouch of a bag. On a zipper, of course, it's great for maybe reading a map or whatnot. Anyway, they're not real expensive, and the batteries lasted a super long time for us so far. So it's something I would definitely recommend. You can find those online. Along the line of lights, We've got these Petzl. This is a Zippka, so it's a couple of options. It's the same kind of thing: high beam, low beam, and then a signal. But there's no strap. Like a lot of headlamps have a elastic strap that just gets annoying, gets all stretched out of shape. This uses sort of a coiled spring to zip back in and out its headband, and I've been wearing this one now for a while, and it's very comfortable actually in the heat. Without having that band, it's very comfortable for the temperature wise as well. You don't feel like you've got a hat on. And again, not real expensive, definitely very portable. Anybody who does any kind of a trip, walking from a bus station, walking from a train station to the house, or you know, walking in a downtown environment, not so much that they're going to be walking in the dark, but if they for some reason get stuck or stranded somewhere at night, having an emergency light like this is great. And it doesn't take up a lot of room, uses AAA batteries, so something that can easily be replaced if the batteries go bad. Along the same lines is an emergency light, another one from Petzl, their E+Lite. Here's a great one. It comes in this little sort of capsule so that it's compact and doesn't get in the way. It's got a clip on it. It's actually a loop on it for putting it on a belt. And it's a multi-function light. It's got lots of different modes and settings, both white and red LEDs. Very high quality, and well, it's meant for emergencies, but it's something that I could see being used on a more regular basis, even just because it's so well made. It's not something that's made for emergencies. It's a one-time use. So something that I'd recommend for sure is the Petzl E+Lite. This one's a little more expensive. I think it might be about 35 bucks. But again, for someone on a bicycle who might need something of quality that's still compact and lightweight, someone who's again commuting would want something that's just a little less even obnoxious than something like this that looks like a light. This just looks like a little first aid kit or a pill bottle or sunglasses or something. So very inobscure and great little item. Next up, more towards, I guess, their survival side. Anything from Tool Logic. I'm just representing them now with this Survival 2 card, which has an LED light. It has a fire starter. It's got a whistle in it and a little knife blade. So handy little tool. And they make a lot of handy little tools. Again, not real expensive stuff. Just again to talk about the company, Adventure Medical Kits. Great company. They make a lot of stuff. This happens to be a little survival kit, but they make little first aid kits. They make things for the office. They make things that are, again, not so orange and flashy, a little bit more subtle for an office or a briefcase or something. Working our way around to some more lights. I just brought these out as a representation, the different Surefire G2s. They make a couple of different versions of them. What did I bring out two without any light batteries in them? These don't happen to have batteries in them, but great light. It's a light I carry every day. Almost bulletproof, just a very, very sturdy light. I think they run under $50 for sure. And they're available with either bulbs or LEDs. And just a great either tactical light, emergency light, survival light, whatever you want to call it. Just a very, very bright light with these 1, 2, 3 batteries. Then on the same kind of thing, just I brought out my green laser. And again, I'm not going to recommend any particular company or anything, but the idea of just having a green laser has been a lot of fun. I got this, oh, I don't know, a year or so ago, just to kind of play with. And my dogs love it, and it's great for taking out when we go camping or doing any kind of night type of stuff. That's kind of neat. When you shine it at the orange over there, it turns kind of yellow, and then it turns back to green over here. So it's just a fun item. If you can get one that looks like a pen, or just anytime you can get your hands on a green laser, I recommend it. It just stands out to the eye a little bit brighter than the red lasers do, and at night we can shine these up towards the sky, and it just seems like a solid beam going up there because it's so visible. That's just sort of a fun thing more than anything. And then last up, 550 cord. Anybody who's not familiar with it, it's parachute cord. And you'll notice that I've got it on a lot of the different items we talked about here, from my knives to my multi-tools. Even my battery pack has a piece of 550 cord on it, and it just allows you something to hold on to. I braid it up like this real fast to give me something to hold on to when I'm holding a smaller tool like this that's just in my fingertips. It gives you something for the rest of your fingers to curl around. It's basically an outer shroud of nylon with some nylon interior, smaller diameter lines, and this stuff is some orange, some high visibility orange. You know, on something like a survival item or a knife, it makes it very easy to find in a pocket or in a pocket of a bag. But you can get it in other colors. And this 100-foot section is usually around $7 to $10. I wouldn't pay much more than $7 to $10 for 100 feet. But this 100-foot section is very handy to put into a bag for if you're a hunter, a fisherman, even a hiker or a camper. This kind of line is very strong and very lightweight and very durable under different kind of weather conditions. So for survival type of stuff, or just for needing repairs and stuff around camp, it's really handy stuff, and nobody can have enough 550 cable or 550 cord. So that's some of my ideas. I'll try to list them all in the sidebar there. I think all of them, like I say, if somebody hasn't had them before, they'd be happy to get them. If they've already got them, they wouldn't mind more than one. So there you go, some gift ideas.